Now, who else is DMing right now? Because you guys are doing 2 campaigns, right?
Yeah, me and Bailey.
Oh yeah, you and Bailey. Nice.
Yep.
How long has your campaign been going on for?
Oh, a while now. I don't know what session we're on exactly, because I make them keep up with that, because I got all this other stuff to keep up with, but I do know that mine was supposed to be a one shot for like maybe a couple sessions, but it's turned into basically a campaign.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool though. You just kept. I guess you've just been having to expand it as you went, then, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, once I realized that it wasn't because Bailey was like, hey, I'm gonna need a few weeks to like a month to get my stuff ready. And I was like, oh gosh, I gotta find something. And I figured I wasn't coming up with that much, but apparently I came up with a lot more than I intended to. And I gave them stuff to do in between, but they had like their character backstory arcs, and I want them all to kind of at least get through their backstory arc. Some of them have started them, some of them haven't touched on them. I think they kind of technically all touched on them, but I think only one of them has basically completed theirs. The others haven't. They kind of touched into it a little bit, didn't complete it.
Right.
So they're kind of, I guess they're in the middle of saving people in the Empire from a, you know, rebellious like terrorist organization almost. And I guess that I didn't structure this one with like oh yeah, this huge, monumental mission that you got to complete to do it. It's kind of like these guys are kind of building their backstories into like how they become heroes. You know, not really nothing too crazy. They're not like the heroes of the world. They're just kind of like local heroes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So it's more. Are they? Is there still like anything that's like stringing it together, or is each mission they do kind of like self-contained?
Um, I'd say they're more self-contained. Um, like I built like a continent, so there's a lot of you know places they can visit and stuff like that. But like they have one area they can go. You know, I don't know if you played it. I can't remember if you played Candlekeep with us, but Candlekeep was like they had one central location
Yeah,
they
I
can go
did.
back to. Yeah, and you know like, they got missions kind of like that. And I have a place that they can go to, like the Adventurers Guild, like and get just missions to make money, and then they have their character backstory missions, and then they stumbled into like the Empire. They went to the Emperor's Palace and got a mission from him, which is kind of like their big mission, like their big group mission, not like a character backstory where they're trying to snuff out this rebellion, and they're kind of in the middle of that right now. So
You think you'll ever take them off the continent to somewhere else?
probably not, because then I have to create like a whole nother like map and stuff. Cause AI generated the map that I have
Yeah.
and named it and like drew roads on it with like the drawing tool and put in cities and made it like where it has where I don't think they can see it. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who can see it. But they have like areas, it's like coastal regions, a desert region, forested regions like plains, winter biomes, and then I went through and like gave different kind of like um, random encounter tables for each region. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking is like an island or something. Like not necessarily a whole nother continent, but yeah, something that would be
Yeah,
easy to make another map for.
yeah, I do have a little. There's a little island off the side, like the top, the northern part that they can go to, I guess technically. That's really it. Um, there's another little, maybe two little islands around, but it's mostly the centralized like continent. But they should. I don't know. I was about to say they should be getting close to like finishing up, but there could be 10 or 15 more sessions probably at least.
You have that much more content already planned?
Yeah, I did a lot of planning. Really gave me an appreciation of how you know how much work goes into setting up a campaign. Not just backstories, but the people that like build the modules. They are putting in a lot of work.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they're currently just got shipwrecked off the coast. They were working with the Empire's like naval fleets to go to basically deal with the leader of this rebellion. He's the leader of Iron Fist. I can't remember. I messed up, and I think his name was Cord Cable originally, and I said Cord or whatever instead because I got fucking fucked up and said Cord instead of Cable. And so now I'm completely mixed up on what his actual name is.
That's funny.
But they went to where he basically grew up. They don't know if he grew up. If anybody talks in, I'll probably stop talking so I don't ruin it for him. But uh, he grew up in a lighthouse, and he's the son of the lighthouse keeper. Um, his mom died, in childbirth, and never knew his mom, but his dad was always like preaching to him, we gotta keep the light going because we're the last defense against people from like running into these rocks over here, and sinking ships and dying grounded. Well, there were basically pirates that had attacked and started to like pillage the lighthouse. There was a small village down below the lighthouse that kind of pillaged that, and they had naval fleets along the coast that could see the town burning and like the lighthouse was on fire and whatnot. Didn't come to help at all. But and the son's dad ended up getting thrown like out of the top of the lighthouse and landed on the rocks down at the sea, and he couldn't forgive the Empire for not coming to help, and it kind of set off this whole rebellion. And he's been gathering people throughout the Empire and building his rebellion, and they're planning on taking over one of the core like port cities, one of the larger ones that has a lot of trade, kind of taking over one of the trade routes and kind of trying to slowly take over cities in the Empire. And they pretty much destroyed the nest of the Vipers in that city. They went through and had like this whole battle where Gary's character died, Levi's character almost died. A lot of stuff going on. They kind of snuffed them out there. But then in doing that, they went in and found documents and ledgers and stuff, and found out that they heard a saying that the coast would be set alight. The coast would be set on fire, and they didn't really know what that meant. But now they know that the lighthouse has been getting all these shipments of explosives and stuff like that, and they know that political figures have been taken and taken to the lighthouse. So they're basically being held hostages at this lighthouse, and now they've got to go to try to save them before Cord blows up the lighthouse with them in it, and kind of shows his marker to the Empire that we're coming. You gotta watch out because it's taking out something, but in the process, a storm came through, like while they were traveling behind, and it shipwrecked the group's ship and the captain's ship. The captain seems to have been taken hostage, which he's one of the key. He's the commander of the naval fleets for the Empire, taken out with naval leadership, and he's been captured. And they're shipwrecked right there at the lighthouse right now. They're about to try to storm the lighthouse and figure out, how they can stop all these political figures from being killed.
What if they want the political figures to die? Would you let them?
That's their choice, but there would be negative influences because the whole city, like with guards and whatnot, know that they were going to do this. And if the lighthouse blows up and they don't go back to the emperor and let him know what happened, it's basically, oh, we fucked up, we're gonna hide, and then they might have the empire trying to find them after that, but I don't see the group doing that, but they're pretty lawful good. Some of them might be a little chaotic, but they're generally good guys. But I feel like they are kind of in an area where they don't completely trust the Empire, because there's a lot of people say, the Empire they've met characters that like, the Empire hasn't ever done anything for me. They left me on the street and beg and stay in the cold, and Cable came and gave me purpose, gave me a place to stay, he's helped me get back on my feet, and whatnot. So they don't know if Cable, I think they don't know if Cable's the bad guy, or if the Empire's the bad guy, but I guess they're gonna find out. So it could go that way, and they might decide, hey, fuck the Empire, we're gonna kill the Emperor.
What do you think the benefit would be for them doing that?
To kill the Emperor?
Yeah.
I guess if they didn't like the current government, they could help to establish a new type of government that's more, I guess really the only thing that I can see that would help them, that would benefit them from this, would be being able to help establish a new government. But the government's not, between me and you, the government is the good guys. But I guess that's for them to decide. If they do that, then I have to kind of think about it. Because I didn't think about it if they decided they didn't want to do it and kill them. Then they might be like have aided a fugitive or aided a rebellion, then and become fugitives themselves.
Yeah, it probably won't happen. What do you think the benefit would be for them to do that, though?
To aid the rebellion?
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of beneficially would be to be able to help them build a type of government system that they want. Other than that, they're losing money because they're being paid for this. And all the good they've done for people will kind of be like tarnished. It's like, well, they did all this, but they just doing it for the money. They weren't actually good guys. But who knows? I can't think of too many pros to them doing that. Because it's pretty fair government system. They try to take care of their people.
Okay.
Thanks. They're not here. They don't you know, bandits might kill the whole town before they realize what's going on to be able to send people to go help them. That's unfortunate, but that's kind of how some stuff goes. So, talking about stuff that you should bring with you
Yeah.
camping. Uh, Tent, sleeping bag, non-perishable foods. Like Josh said, probably like 2 gallons of water or something like that. You'll need plenty of water. Because with non-perishable foods, you usually have to use that to cook something. Unless you just bring like cans of chicken noodles or something like that. Um, some sort of flashlight or light source like a headlamp because when it gets dark, and you gotta go out and use the bathroom or something like that at night, you'll need a way to see, and then toilet paper, um, warm clothes, extra pair of socks, extra pair, just an extra pair of clothes probably just in case, because who knows what, you get super dirty and being able to change your socks is nice. What else? If you're gonna bring a speaker, I'd pre-download music on my phone and then bring like a power bank so that you can recharge your phone and speaker. One or the other, and I said sleeping bag, but and maybe it's hard to go over your tent. Other than that, I don't think it's maybe something like a utensil to eat with. I have an extra like pot and pan to like cook with. So if you just bring cans of soup, you can just crack the soup and set it on some coals and it'll cook. But if not, or you bring something else that needs to be put in a container, it's good to have something to cook in. I don't know if you get cold easy, but if you get cold easy and it is cold, hot hands or something like that might be nice. Pair of gloves.
Yeah, gloves definitely.
And some way to, a backpack big enough to carry most of this stuff.
It's ready, huh?
Okay. Thanks.